Our affirmation today is, my words are powerful right now. We know in our fellowship and in New Thought, we focus a lot on thoughts, our positive thoughts. And of course, that's a very, very important thing. Another very important thing is, where do our thoughts lead us to? In action or words. We think something and we speak something. Today we're going to talk about words and the power of our words, because so often we forget that. We let a negative word slip out and we don't realize the impact of that. And when you let something slip out that's negative, it does have that power right then. And we all fall prey to this, and so I'm not going to affix my own halo and say that I never say anything, negative or untoward, because of course we all get into that situation. But if we use our power of positive thinking and we try to be more in control of our words, it's going to have a great impact. I can't tell you how many times you encounter people, and rather than hoping for the best, you hear, oh, that horrible neighbor's going to do something horrible today. I know I'm just going to have an argument with my sister today. Or the one that I'm hearing so much now is, oh, I know it's going to be $6 for a gallon of fuel any day now. All of this negativity is out there, and people don't realize the impact and the power that their words have. When I was preparing this week, I was really moved to talk about this, and who talks about this a lot is James. And he has one of the last books in the New Testament, and I don't know if any of you have had much of an opportunity to read his, it's very small. He has a very small book in the Bible, and a lot of what he talks about is patience and issues like this about words, the power of our words. Out of the mouth proceeded blessings and cursings. My brethren, these things ought not to be so. And he also makes another analogy in the book of James, that you very rarely can go to a fountain and at one moment get sour water and the next moment have that water sweet. And so the parallel there is that we can come to church on Sunday and we can know that there is power in our words, and we can know to meter and temper ourselves and say nice and positive things and avoid these negative things. But during the week or at the height of your challenge, you're still going to curse your sister-in-law or your neighbor or, the person at the supermarket or who cut you off on the freeway, and all of that negativity builds up. You can't have both coming from the same mouth. It ought not to be so, because then you're sending all these mixed messages out into the universe, because we know there is power in our words. There absolutely is power in our words. So as you're going through the week, ask yourself this question. Our question this week is, do I control my words or let my words control me? And again, if we get to this place where we are mired down in negativity, we're upset with our neighbor, we're upset with our family, we're upset about the price of gas, and we're letting that pass our lips, then we are in fact creating this negative reality that we have to live in. And we know the way to turn that around is to eliminate that from our vocabulary. Don't let that be part of our vernacular. Know that, the summer's over. I bet the fuel price is going to go down. Or, when you wake up in the morning, say, I'm going to have the best experience with my child or my parent or my sister-in-law today. I can just feel it in my bones. Or my neighbor and I are going to have the best conversation today. And it may not happen, but you're certainly setting the groundwork for it, because you're sending that positive energy out there in the universe, and you're also aligning your own thoughts to be in that positive mindset. Because we know if we wake up and we're grumbly and we're thinking negative things, that sort of sets the tone for us for the rest of the day. Whereas if we are thinking wonderful, positive thoughts, we're anticipating and expecting the very best, then that sets our mood for the day as well. We're in a very positive place. A few weeks back, I had shared this quote with you from Benjamin Franklin. So remember to not only say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. And I think we all find ourselves in that situation where there is that moment of temptation where it's easier to say something negative or snarky or sarcastic to somebody or in some situation than it is to hold it in and at best say, well, that's a challenge, but I can overcome it. That's a challenge, but I can overcome it. So in all things, in all situations, always remember the power of your words. And our good news for today is that you do have the ultimate control over the thoughts that you think, over the deeds you do, and over the words that you speak. That may be a little hopeful, because we all know that stray thoughts jump into our head. It happens to me more often than not, and you don't want to think them. But certainly you have the control. You have the ability to not let that turn into a negative word, not let that become a negative energy that you're going to send out into the universe, which is, of course, going to come back to you. It's going to be the foundation. So if you want to have a life of great health and great happiness and great prosperity, choose your words wisely. Don't let your negative words create a reality that you don't want to live in. So don't talk about, oh, I can't afford this, but it'd be nice to have, or the price of gas. Or I think that a lot of times we don't even realize in a 24-hour period how many things that we say that are untoward, and all that energy that we're putting out there. And simply by rewording what we're saying and sprinkling some sugar and spice on it, you are creating the foundation for that wonderful reality that you want to live in. And the good news is, knowing this and knowing the incredible power your words have in your life and the world in which you live, it does give you incredible power to have a life of incredible happiness, health, and prosperity, and a world with satisfying relationships and tremendous happiness. And a lot of the, going back to the words that we let pass our lips, a big issue with that is the relationships that we have with people, with family members, with coworkers, with neighbors, in that we let these negative things pass our lips, and a lot of times we don't even realize it. Or we get involved with another person, and there's some gossiping going on, and talking about so-and-so who did so-and-so, and all that negative energy is leaving your lips, and it's going out into this world and creating this place that you really don't want to live. So understand that you have the power to change that. It's all within you. So the next time that you're in this situation, you're with the group and they begin speaking poorly of somebody, speak up and say the positive thing. Well, let's look at the good side. Or, she's not all that bad. And also, if that negativity is drawing you in, just walk away and go to, another place, another conversation, another place where you know that you will be able to remain in that positive state of mind and speak those positive words and create that positive foundation for your life. And this week, when you are in a situation, let that be the first thing that you think is, you know what, I'm going to turn this around, positive situation, and I can do that just by the words I speak. That is the foundation. That's the beginning of it, just by the words you speak. And that is so easy, because you don't have to go and physically erect a monument, or you don't have to go and try to change people's minds about anything. All you have to do is change your mind and speak positive, and it'll have a ripple effect. And we know that as New Thought students, that indeed is the way to these lives of perfect happiness, health, and prosperity that we strive to live, that we know that we're entitled to live as perfect children of God.